Okay, we're going to look at solving quadratic inequalities in context. So basically this means real life problems. So the only thing to do is you do this exactly the same as we've done in the previous three examples, except you have to just check your final answer and see does it make sense in real world terms. So we'll see what we mean when we get to that point. Okay, so this first example says the length of a rectangle x centimeters satisfies the equation x squared plus 5x minus 24. X squared plus 5x is less than or equal to 24. Find the range of possible lengths. So first thing I'm going to do is rewrite my equation. I'm going to bring the 24 across. So if x squared plus 5x minus 24 is less than or equal to 0. Then what I'm going to do is just put that all equal to 0. So change the inequality sign to an equal sign. And then I'm going to factorize this thing. So if I factorize, my sum is 5 and my product is minus 24. So I'll just go through minus 24. So it's a negative product. So one of them has to be negative, the other one has to be positive. Minus 2 times 12, no, minus 3 times 8, and this one works. So minus 3 and 8 add to give positive 5. So rewrite your equation again. It's x squared minus 3x plus 8x minus 24 is equal to 0, which means x upon x minus 3 plus 8 upon x minus 3 is equal to 0, which means x minus 3 upon x plus 8 is equal to 0, which means x is equal to 3 or x is equal to minus 8. Okay, all this is allowed to do us, remember, is to draw a sketch of the curve. So we know it crosses now at minus 8 and also at positive 3. So we go back and look at our inequality. Our inequality was less than or equal to 0, which means we want below the x-axis. So we want it to be here. So, and that means minus 8 is less than x is less than 3. Again, look back to the start. It's a less than or equal to, so the equals bit is important. So add the equals bit back into your inequalities. So you've got minus 8 is less than or equal to x, which is less than or equal to 3. Okay, let's think about the question, and this is what these are: quadratic inequalities in context. This is what the in context bit is about. So this is a real life problem, and x is representing a length. You cannot have a negative length. A length has to be greater than 0, basically, so it cannot be negative. So I'll just pause the video, I'll write that in. So I'm just going to be saying, but x is a length, so it cannot be negative, and then we'll change our answer accordingly. Okay, so just written in, but x is a length, so cannot be negative. So the answer is 0 is less than x is less than or equal to 3. So that means because it is a length, your length has to be greater than 0, but it has to be less than or equal to 3. So we'll go up to and including 3. Okay, this question says Julian's score in a French vocab test F satisfies the inequality f squared minus 10f plus 16 is greater than 0. If the test is marked out of 20, state the possible range of Julian's score, and can Julian get a score of 25% in this test? So here we're going to start with just saying put f squared minus 10f plus 16 equals 0. Now we can factorize this. The two numbers are going to be minus 2 and minus 8. So we can jump straight to it. In this case, that's going to be minus 2, f minus 2 upon f minus 8 is equal to 0, which means f is equal to 2 or f is equal to 8. Right, all this again allows us to do is do the sketch. So this crosses the horizontal axes at 2 and 8. So we want this thing to be greater than 0. So greater than 0 means above the axis, so it's going to be out this way, and greater than 0 means above the axis, so out this way. So it's f is less than 2 or f is greater than 8. Okay, but in this question it says, can Julian get a score of 25% in this test? 25% is a quarter. A quarter of 20 would be 5, and he cannot get a score of 5. So we have to put that into words and just say, but the score is out of 20. So he can get, so the inequalities are he can get 0, 0 is fine, 0 is less than 2, all the way up to the 2, and then he can get 8 upwards, which is going to be 8 is less than f is less than or equal to 20. And just say 25, we'll put a wee full stop there and say 25% would be f equals 5. So not possible. Okay, folks, you're now ready to do, that example answered. You're now ready to do the GCSE Further Maths book. It's exercise 5B.